Okay, now it's working. All right, finally. So, what's up, everybody? This is BestNetTV with your boy John Domando with another video again. And today I have a very special guest. You want to introduce yourself really quick?
Sure. Um, Hello, everyone. My name is Emily, and I sorry. Okay.
That's okay. It's okay.
Uh, like this is the first time I'm doing it, so I'm a little bit nervous. So let's get back. I'm Emily. I am Emily, and I was born and raised in Vietnam for the whole of my life. Right now, I am a language tutor, and I've been working for that company for a couple of years. And I love my job, and like I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
All right.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, that sounds like a cool job. Like get to meet a lot of different people. That's a job that'd be really cool. Like surrounding yourself with like different languages, and people who want to like learn languages. Yeah, that sounds
Mhm.
like a lot of fun. So I want to ask you, so when did you start learning English?
Oh well, it's a long story. Actually, I was taught English when I was in high school and secondary school, but like at that time teachers they just taught us about like new words, reading skills, and rules of grammar, stuff like that. And I didn't I mean I they didn't teach us about speaking skills or pronunciation. So when I was younger, I didn't know how to pronounce any word correctly. Then, but back to the question, I am really focusing on learning it. Let's say for 4 years, four
Or
years now. Yeah.
yeah, and you've been doing really good. I could really understand you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're doing good. Yeah, so like when you were learning English, when you first started seeing progress in your English, right? When
Yeah.
like what methods did you use? Like, did you like read a lot? Did you watch videos, or like what did you do like primarily?
Yeah. But first of all, I know that I still have room to improve my English. Then I just want to share my. I mean, I think I'm not really close to a native speaker, then I still make a lot of grammar rules mistakes when I speak. But like my tip, I mean, hmm, when I just started learning it again, I
Hmm.
paid my attention to pronunciation first. Then I spent like some months to improve my pronunciation. And because I at that time I thought that I wanted others to understand me, and
Okay.
I wanted to I mean when I watched some YouTube videos and channels and I didn't understand at all, so I thought I should focus on my pronunciation. Then first
Cool.
first stage I pay my attention to pronunciation. And like I've been asking some of my friends, even some of my English teachers, and they also agree with me that like when my friends whenever what is the word,
Oh, what
like
did you say?
someone when you someone wants to learn English, and then you should study pronunciation first.
Okay. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I see. Yeah, no, that makes sense. And and I think I kind of talked about this a lot because you
Mm-hmm.
talked a little bit about your English level, and I'd say, I think I told you once when we were offline that I thought your English was like a lot better than a lot of people who live here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting because here, like it's not really in our culture in America to kind of be like, oh, your English isn't very good, like
Mm-hmm.
because it's kind of considered rude to say that to somebody because at the end of the day, they grew up with a different language, like they didn't always speak English like the way that we did. So it's
Mm.
not really our place to correct them. But and for somebody who's been learning for like 3 4 years, like I'd say you're definitely really good. Like even because you're not in an area where a lot of people speak English, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, so I'd say you're doing really good for the amount of time and like for the area that you live in as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I wanted to ask you this question. It's an interesting question. So besides English, what other language would you want to learn?
Yeah. First of all, I wanna say like I'm into English. Then I really want to. I mean to achieve it.
Yeah,
I want to speak it fluently, smoothly. Don't make a lot of grammar mistakes. Yeah, but like actually this year I plan to study Korean.
Korean. Okay.
Yep, but that's it. I thought about it, but I haven't done it. I downloaded Duolingo. I don't
Yeah,
know that I
Duolingo.
pronounce. Yep. I
Duolingo.
mean,
Yeah.
I watched your video one time, and you said that. You highly recommended Duolingo, so I downloaded it, and I said I want to. I said that I want to study uh Korean. Then I studied it for a couple of days, and I quit. But that is after English, I will study Korean.
Yeah, no, it's okay if you want to take it one day at, I mean, one language at a time, then that's totally fine because yeah,
Mm,
it all depends on what you're because you're a really busy person. Like yeah,
yeah.
yeah. If you guys don't know Emily, she's really busy. So like yeah, if someone with her schedule, it's she she probably has like a lot of stuff to do. So like I think one language is like more than enough. So you're doing really good.
Mm.
So
But as I think you also have a very hectic life. Mm.
oh me. Mm,
You,
yeah,
mm.
a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been managing pretty much, but yeah,
Mm.
it's been a little busy these last couple of weeks as well. But I'd say, I was looking it up and it said that the most desired language to learn in the entire world right now is English,
Mm.
and I think it's because of globalization and like how
Yeah.
Western like a lot of
Mm-hmm.
Western culture is like going to all these different countries, and
Mm-hmm.
people want to learn and people want to advance their job opportunities with English.
Yeah.
So
Totally agree.
yeah, so I didn't really consider that when I made this channel because I just thought that okay, I was talking to people who live here who only speak English already, who want to speak
Mm-hmm.
like Japanese or French or any other language like that. But I realized that there's a lot of people out there who they speak maybe a little bit of English, not that much, but they
Mm-hmm.
want to be
Mm-hmm.
able to improve. So I want to make a video for people like that as well. And
Mm.
for people like that, I would say if you already live in America, then it'll be a lot easier. Just go out,
Yeah.
talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, obviously not now, but there's different apps that you can use, like the app. Like I didn't tell you guys. Like I actually met Emily on an app. It's called Hi Native. I made a
Yeah.
video about it. It was on the apps that I recommended, and so
Mm.
yeah, that's where I met her, and we've became really good friends actually. She's really cool. She, you guys, she's a little bit shy, but like she's really funny. She's always making me laugh. So
You you've done it too. Actually, you make me laugh. Anyway,
yeah, I'm
yeah.
funny too.
Oh yeah.
I make her laugh
You
too.
you're a joker,
No,
and uh,
yeah,
and
yeah,
I also agree with you about learning English. Like English is, needless to say, English is an international language nowadays, right? So in order to get promotion or to earn more money, get decent jobs, and then English is one of the essential thing to get them.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I don't know if I asked you this question already, but so there's obviously when you're learning a language, there's sometimes when you want to like you feel like you're not progressing, right? And you feel like you want to give
Yeah,
up. So
yeah.
so what are some ways that you keep yourself motivated, like when it comes to things like that?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a tough question because
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
you can think about
it
it.
okay. It happens for me to me. It happened for me like it. I don't think it's just. I mean, when like anyone who wants to learn any language, it's not just about English. And then like at the first time, I mean at the first time, I was really eager and excited about learning it, but like eventually, uh, sometimes I get I sometimes I want to give up too. Okay, then
Yeah,
my advice, my tip is like I said, I think don't study it because you have to. Like find something fun when you study it and enjoy it. Find enjoyable thing reason so that you can keep study it. Be motivated when you study it. Yeah,
yeah,
like and when I mean when you are I mean when like well what is the feeling when you
uh,
study it too much and then you want to give
overwhelmed,
up.
being
Yeah,
overwhelmed,
yep. Okay,
overwhelmed.
and when you are overwhelmed and just I mean you don't need to study it like every day. You can take a day off, 2 days off, a week off, and then start learning it again. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really
Mm-hmm.
good answer. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate you answering that question. And
Yeah.
honestly, I think my tips are kind of exactly what she said. You know,
Mm-hmm.
just find a reason, like that's not like, oh, I have to learn this language. Like if you're in a position
Mm-hmm.
like that, then you're not going to be motivated to learn it. You're not going to be inspired because at the end of the day, your reason should be that you want to either you want to travel there, you want to connect with more people, you want to make more friends, and you want to advance your career, things like that. Things that make you make you want to get out of bed and spend some extra hours learning. But like she said, like
Mm-hmm.
if it's too much, you don't want to overdo yourself because that's never fun. So like just like it's
Mm-hmm.
like just like you're playing a video game that you're having fun with.
Yeah.
If you play
Yeah.
it too much, you're not gonna like it anymore. So just
Mm.
find a perfect balance, and you should be fine when it comes to studying. So
And
yeah,
okay, and I mean, in my point of view, whenever I like every day, I think like it doesn't matter if I mean I move a lot or not. The thing is, I today is better than I was yesterday.
yeah,
That's enough. Yeah. And
yeah,
I mean studying any language is a long run. It's a long term path. And then like I said, it doesn't like you eat a cake. Yeah, you need to spend your time, a lot of time to 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 get it. Then just like at the end of the day when you go to sleep and you think like you of today is better than yesterday. That's enough. And then eventually, day by day, and study it day in and day out, and then you will get better when you don't even realize that.
yeah. That's a
Mm,
very good answer. That was a good
mm,
answer. Yeah, I actually took a little bit of notes of that too, like in my head. So I'm gonna use some of the things that you suggested. So
mm-hmm,
for everybody that's watching, I hope you guys got a lot of value out of this video. I think that's all the questions I had. I think is there anything you want to ask me?
okay. Like in okay, based on my experience about learning English at the first stage, I already told you that I paid a lot of my time for learning pronunciation. But I think that I should, if I could go back that time, and I wanted to improve my new works too. Then What do you think about the importance of new word? I mean vocabulary in learning a language.
Vocabulary, yeah, vocabulary is really important because if you think about it, learning a language is basically learning words. You know, learning words in a different language. That's if you look at it in a simple way, that's really what it comes down to. So if you, whatever strategy you have as to how you're gonna learn as many vocabulary words as possible, whether that be like for example, I talk about when with Japanese like learning like or watching anime, like because they just throw a bunch of words out there and then you can
Mm,
rewind it, kind of like listen to it, and then like be able to piece together whatever words they use. Or if you want, there's like different websites where you can find Japanese like subtitles, and then so you can
mm,
write down the words exactly how they're written right there without having to translate it.
mm,
So there's a lot of different ways. Or you can, like I said, Duolingo is another tool that you can use. Just
mm-hmm.
get onto a new lesson every single day. It's like I don't know if I told you guys, but I think I have like a 108-day streak on Duolingo right now. So I've been
Okay.
studying on Duolingo for 108 days, like nonstop. So,
Okay.
and Duolingo lessons are pretty quick. The quizzes take maybe like 2 minutes. So, I mean, if you guys have time, then you guys can do it. If you guys don't have time to do it every single day, that's fine too. But as long as you're doing it as often as you can. So, and, you learn a lot of vocabulary on there. You learn, and another tip with Duolingo is sometimes they'll like play an audio for you, and it's
Mm,
important for you to shadow it. And if you guys haven't heard the term shadowing before, it's like just basically mimicking what the person is saying, like the speaker is saying. Or,
mm,
for example, if you see a writing down there, you could try to read it out loud and
mm-hmm.
just get a feel of like speaking the language. Because, like, at the end of the day, you want to be able to speak, which is why I really like how you talked about pronunciation at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah.
think that's like really important when it comes to actually speaking. So,
Mm,
so yeah, you were
yeah.
spot on with that.
Yep. And like I think one of my problem, I mean, if I want to enhance my speaking skills or my English ability, I really need to focus on my new words. But I've been trying to learn a lot of new words lately. But here's the thing, I really don't remember those words. And even though I learn it, but like I do know the word overwhelm or overwhelming. But when I
Yeah.
speak, I don't remember. Or is there any way for me to improve or to get
Oh,
it better?
improve on remembering words. Well, I
Uh
think
huh.
when it comes down to is you have to make sure you're using and like constantly like reviewing what you learn. So for
Mm-hmm.
example, um what's a word? Ocha in Japanese means green tea.
Okay.
So you know if I was to put that into my flashcards, I would try to review it every single day if I can, or every other day before I go to sleep. And then
Mm-hmm.
if it's a word that make sure, that's why I say like make sure you're focusing on words that people use very often. So like when you go
Mm.
out, like you can use the word, because if you're going to use it with people, then that's a good way for you to never forget. And like me, like I make videos where I speak in languages, and a lot of the
Mm.
times I'll add new vocabulary that I learned in it. And as soon as I make those videos and I'll watch them over, it's like it's permanently just put into my head. So whenever I have a
Mm.
conversation with somebody, it's like I instantly remember it. So that's one
Okay.
way that I do it. And if you
Mm.
want to make videos, like you don't necessarily have to post them on YouTube like I do, but you can just have them on your computer or something. So like you can watch them whenever you feel like it. It's kind of like to know where your progress is as well, and to keep yourself
Mm.
motivated. So
Mm. That's a good answer. And I also think about it too. Actually, I decided to record some of new words that I've learned, and then just I don't upload it on YouTube, but I put it in private. And when I go to bed or when I just have time for myself, and when I wash dishes,
hmm
clean mop the floor, and then I
hmm
could open it, listen, and is that a good way to remember words that I've learned?
yeah, yeah, like,
Mm-hmm.
listen to it like when you're doing your daily activities. Just like if you're listening to a podcast, you can do it while you're like washing the dishes or cleaning the floor, like anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So yeah,
And
yeah,
actually, I was thinking about another question.
sure.
I think that you've been doing a great job. You share a lot of amazing tips how to how to learn languages, not only English. Then I think your channel is kind of informative, useful. Then why not? I'll force them to subscribe.
No, I appreciate you saying that. Yes, yeah. Look,
Mm,
no, for example, like I always look at the most commonly asked questions when it comes to
mm,
language learning. So like I'll try to like answer that. So like if somebody's looking for it, like they can find it in my video. So yeah,
okay.
I'm just trying to keep it that way. But
Mm,
but anyways, I think that's all the questions I have today. So if unless you have any more questions for me, or
okay.
is that yeah?
Okay. Here's another question. Like,
Hmm.
do you think that grammatical rules are? Do you think grammatical rules are important
I
when
w-
we?
I would say they are important, but I think it's what's also important is getting a more like a more natural approach to when you're learning a language, especially when you start. Like for example, when you're a baby, like when you were learning Vietnamese, like as a baby, like you
Mm-hmm,
didn't they didn't teach you grammar at first, right? You just listened to your parents talk and things like
mm-hmm,
that, and you listen to
mm,
the TV maybe as well. So I think
yeah.
what's more important is you get like a natural approach, like try to like immerse yourself. Like I think that's the word. To immerse yourself first as much as you can, and then when it
Mm-hmm,
comes to you wanting to go out there and speak to people, that's when you should try to polish up like grammar rules, study those things. Because like when I was like 3 years old before I started school, like I knew how to
mm-hmm,
speak, but I didn't know all the rules,
mm-hmm,
but I still knew how to speak. Like, but because your brain kind of registers all the rules like stuff subconsciously, so that
uh-huh,
when you go to school, like it kind of just polishes up your rules. So if you want to reach perfection in a language, I'd say you need both of those. But I definitely
uh-huh,
say when it comes to learning a language, you should probably focus on a natural approach first, and then maybe
mm,
like 6 months later, or however much you need, however much time you need, depending on the
uh-huh,
language you're learning. Then after that, I'd say start trying to study grammar.
mm. Okay, good. I also agree with you about that. Like grammar is important, of course, but it's not the most important thing
Yeah.
when we learn a language. And then when you, I mean, when I get a higher level, and then I can come back to study grammar rules.
Yeah, I'd say that's
Mm-hmm,
a good idea. Yeah,
mm-hmm,
definitely.
mm-hmm, mm.
Yeah, I really appreciate you doing the interview with me. You know,
I,
for everybody, everybody, thank you so much to Emily for coming out here to do the video with me. You know, she was really good. She answered all these questions like really well. You know, and I wish you luck on your English journey. And you know, because we're friends, so like she can call me anytime if she needs any advice on anything, and I'll be there with that. And so thank you guys all for watching. Like if you guys are watching the recording, thank you all for watching. You know, make sure you guys subscribe, follow me on Instagram at BestNetTV, and and I think that's everything. So this is BestNetTV and Mondo out. Peace. You want to say bye?
yeah, yes. Anyway, I want to say thank you for having me for this interview. I hope I could share some of my tips for you guys who want to learn English. And yeah, and hope you can get it one day. Just be positive, motivated, and you'll get there.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah,
Mhm.
and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Peace.
Bye.